to start out with, I'm going to use a mixture of the Fashionista Fashion Secret Mattifying Primer and my Cargo Blu Ray High Definition Mattifier, oil-free one. So I use a mixture of those, and I find it gives me the best mattifying coverage. Now, I stopped using the cheaper one, the Fashionista one, for a while. I don't know why. I just rub that in. I usually try and pat it around my T-zone, where that is where I'm the oiliest. It feels really good. And for foundation, it's coming into winter here in Australia, so I'm a little bit lighter than normal. Usually I would use my L'Oreal Infallible, but I'm getting pale and I've noticed that it's starting to get a little bit too dark for me. So I'm back to using my Revlon Colourstay. I'm nearly out of this stuff and that's really sad, so I'll just need to go and buy some more. So I usually take a couple of pumps of that. Today I will be using my Real Techniques buffing brush. I'm just going to pick some of that up and stipple it on where I need it the most. So right now I have a couple of blemishes. So I stipple it on over them first. And then I blend in circular motions. Make sure to get down onto the neck. Get around the nose really well. I've had a little bit of a cold lately, so my nose is a little bit redder than usual, so I like to go over that really well. And the forehead, just buffing it in. Until I have a nice even coverage. Now, while it definitely does not cover all of my blemishes, it does a good job in evening out my skin tone and giving me a nice base to work with. Okay, for blemishes, I typically use the Revlon Colourstay Blemish concealer. This is great because it has 0.5% salicylic acid, so it will actually help your pimples. Now I take a little bit of that and I take it onto the back of my hand because it has a doe foot applicator, and you don't want to be putting that straight onto your pimples because you will contaminate the entire product and no one wants that. So just using my finger, pat it over the blemishes. And just work it in. Now I don't really need like a full coverage over my blemishes. I sort of just cover them. If they peek through, that's fine. No one can be flawless. I always get a little bunch of them right underneath my chin. So there we go. Now, for under my eyes, I always use the MAC Pro Longwear, and I have it in NC15, if you can see that. Take a full pump. Well, I usually take half a pump to a full pump. It comes out a lot. And then to blend that in, I use my fingers to apply. And then any rest I put down the center of my nose and up onto my forehead and onto my chin. Now to blend that in, I use a Real Techniques to blend that in, I use a Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush, and I just do the same thing again. Nice circular motions, just blending it in. Always go over onto the eyelid. MAC Pro Longwear is formulated not to crease, so it's great as an eyeshadow primer, though I typically find that my eyelids make everything crease. I have super oily eyelids. There we go. Just patting and circular motions. Into a triangle shape. You typically don't want to cover just underneath the eye because it doesn't cover as well. I typically do a nice triangle shape to do sort of a little highlight. Now just blending in. Now just blending in what's on my nose. On my forehead, and what's on my chin, and there I have my full base. Now, typical days I would either can go in and cream contour if I need to. Otherwise I put on my loose translucent powder and I continue doing the rest of my makeup for the day. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please comment, rate, like and subscribe, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!